Hey guys, welcome to a high-level casted 1v1 game of Age of Empires 4. Got a really good one for you guys today. In the north, as the Blue Ottomans player, we're going to have Give You Anxiety, and in the south, as the Red Malians player, we're going to have Leenock. And I'm excited about this game because Leenock, highest rated South Korean Age of Empires 4 player, and Give You Anxiety, I'm pretty sure, is the best American Age of Empires 4 player. Can't think of any other high-rated American players. Definitely some high-rated Canadian players, so he's not the top NA player, but yeah, definitely the tops for the good old US of A. And both these players very much known for their aggression. They're known as a very kind of micro-intensive, aggressive players here, and right off the bat, I can already tell this is going to be a great game because we have a Dark Age barracks coming down from GUA, the Ottomans. This is not typical. We do see an early military school from sometimes, but not typically a barracks. But you know what? I already really like this idea. He needs to change his rally point. Because Malians have this early pit mine you can always attack in Dark Age, which is always a real juicy target. Ooh, GUA is losing his scout. That's kind of a swift kick to the shins right there. Yeah, it does not look like Leenock is ready for this or anticipating this yet. He has no villagers on wood right now. Looks like he's just going for a fast age up. I think these houses might be in range of his town center, but he could very well get this pit mine burned down. Which I think would very much make it worth it for GUA if he could manage to burn down that pit mine. And he's going to start working on that here. It looks like there's a tower rush coming in here, and this is going to deny the Saharan trade network from coming up on this pit mine, which is, I'm guessing, what Leenock wants to do. That is kind of the meta way to play Malians right now, is kind of throw up that landmark right on your first pit mine. And this could put Leenock in a very precarious position to start off the game here. Let's see how he responds. I don't know how to respond. I think he might just want to age up with the Mansa Quarry. He does have enough gold, which is good. He has enough gold to age up. He can age up right now. I feel like he might. I don't know. We'll see what he does. I don't know. Maybe age up with the Mansa Quarry just because that's going to give you some kind of income. Okay, yeah, that is what he does. He's going to pull 5 villagers for the age up. I think that's smart. Question is he going to be able to get wood? He's going to want to secure that wood line ASAP. And I expect to maybe see an archery range come down as soon as he gets to feudal age. Probably going to go into, I would think, maybe probably an early javelin thrower just because he might have the excess gold for it. Yeah, and I think that pit mine's 100% getting burned down, and this first gold is going to get denied for Malians, which is pretty devastating for them. They really kind of depend on that early passive gold income to kind of do whatever they want to do. Let's go over here and look at GUA's base. Still no military school, just went with the barracks. And you know what? I like it. I think this makes more sense, honestly. I think it makes more sense. It's just faster, right? You just get out that first spearman quicker. I think, honestly, GUA could have spent a little more time in Dark Age and thrown down a military school, too. Just to pump out a ton of spearmen and really put the pressure on. But I think he wants to age up. Maybe that's a smarter, more conservative play. You know, he's a much better player than me, so I'll trust his judgment. So Mansa Quarry's almost finished here, and it doesn't even look like GUA's begun his age up. So he's going to be really far behind in the age up department, but he has done some damage here. I don't know. Where do you put it? He's going to send his other spearman out to scout. I think he's pretty confident that he's going to be able to tear that thing down here. But I'm glad. This is going to force some sort of atypical non-meta play from Leenock here. Going to go for a barracks. Interesting. Maybe Musafati? Maybe that's what he wants to go for. Leenock could be going into Musafati. Maybe he's thinking, you know, 10 steps ahead. Can kind of use the cloak ability on them. Come around and maybe harass this gold mine. This gold is really far from the town center, actually. He's going to have some time to capitalize on this, too, because GUA is really far away. He just started his age up here. It's going to be a little while before he's in feudal. Taking the spearman. This poor spearman forever to get this pit mine down. See, if I were GUA, I'd be a little worried that I wouldn't be able to torch this thing down. I would probably want to keep my other spearman on it until it was dead before I started going scouting around. But I think he just feels confident. Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Ooh, this could be bad. Yeah, GUA may not get this pit mine down. I don't think one spearman's going to be enough. Smartly going for the scout. I like that, yeah. I like that play. But, yeah, he's not going to get this pit mine down. Leenock may not actually be that far behind. Yep, pit mine's staying up. Oof, that hurts. That hurts. Did a little damage, but not nearly as much as killing that pit mine. That would have done a lot more if he managed to take that thing down. I imagine GOA is kind of kicking himself about that one. He got a little greedy on the aggression there. I'm sure if he kept that other spearman over here, he would have been able to kill this. But now Leenock, I would say, is probably pretty far ahead at this point. He's going to have better eco. He has map control. He's got the feudal age units out. Not to say, you know, GUA can't make a comeback. I do think that Ottomans are probably a better feudal age civ than Malians. Musafati already kind of harassing the stone mine here. I like it. Now Leenock's going to assert some aggression. Musafati can fight that spearman. This is only a Dark Age spearman. Here comes the counterattack. Well, let's see. I'm excited. Get to see some feudal age Malians. Don't see that very often. Normally they like to just go straight to castle and kind of skip feudal age. Military school coming down, archery range. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to see a nice aggressive feudal game here. Yeah, that spearman ain't doing anything. Let's see. Yep. It's one spearman down. Gonna pull those guys back. I don't know if Leenock knows about this gold mine back here. That seems pretty harassable. So does this wood. It'd be really tempted for him to kind of cloak these Musafati and kind of run them around back here, because this seems a lot more harassable than this stone mine. Leenock also got a ton of sheep. This map has so many sheep on it. This is prairie. It's the map with like 1 million sheep. I don't even think they got them all. Did they get all the sheep off the map? Maybe they did. Definitely think Leenock did better in the sheep department. I'm gonna throw down a new lumber camp though, like right here. Okay, looks like GUA is gonna go into some archers here. Ooh, attacking the sheep. That's some sweaty play right there. I like it. I like it. Kind of says if I can't have the sheep, neither can you. Luckily, GUA does have the safe food under his base, so he should be safe in his base for a while now. Also going for the Mechter. So we can spend his Vizier points on. I think GUA might try a counterattack here, but I don't think 2 archers is going to get much done, to be honest with you. Even if it is the counter to what Leenock has. It's just really not enough to get anything done here. Yeah, now Leenock has a stable out. Let's see what he goes into. Could either be Sofa or Professional Scouts. Maybe see some interesting Professional Scout slash, you know, Warrior Scout gameplay. That when you do see Malians play Feudal Age, they do like to do that. They like to spam out, you know, Scouts because they're better at fighting, and then you can kind of get even more value out of them with Professional Scouts, which is one of the most rarely used techs in the game, so it's always fun to see come out. Still not going into the Warrior Scouts. It's so cheap. I feel like it's worth it even just to upgrade your starting Scout for that this early in the game. I feel like you can get a lot of value on it. Okay. All right, well, he is just going straight into Castle Age here, going right into the Farimba. Let's see, yeah, and he has this Mansa set on gold. We're going to see some very heavy castle aggression coming out of Leenock here. Not sure if GUA is going to be ready for this. Does have a lot of military production ready. I think GUA kind of knows what's up. The meta, I think, against this sort of Malians castle hyper-aggression tends to be massing horsemen and archers. Horsemen you just get a lot of use out of against Malians just because the 2 units they like to spam the most are Musafati and javelin throwers. And obviously horsemen counter javelin throwers. And I think Musafati kind of soft counter horsemen, but they don't do bonus damage, so it just kind of takes them a really long time to kill them. So horsemen kind of make for a really good meat shield. And you can kind of use those horsemen as a meat shield while your archers fire away on the Musafati. And a lot of people think you can actually trade cost effectively with sufficient micro against Malians in Feudal Age with Feudal Age units. So we'll see how this goes. See what he's going to go into. Yeah, it's going to be Javs, which I think is the right call here. Just based off of what Leenock sees. It's going to counter basically everything here. You're also going to go for the relics, which I think you should always do whenever you beat your opponent to Castle Age by a significant margin. GUA is going to put the pressure on here. He's going to wrap around his teeny tiny little baby army around to the wood line, but Leenock's already ready. He pulls away all the villagers. At this point, what you want to do if you're Leenock is just keep your units alive. You don't want to bleed units, and you should pull ahead just because you're in Castle and he's in Feudal, right? GUA doesn't look like he's even thinking about going to Castle Age. That's what I love about you. Every time I watch him, he just... Ooh, nice little pickup here. He's going to find a gold mine back here. He's going to kill a few villagers. Probably going to kill at least one more. Yeah. Got those 3 villager kills. Not bad, not bad. I like it. But yeah, as I was saying, GUA, he always doubles down on aggression. He's my kind of guy. That's what I like about him. I think Leenock sticks to the meta a little bit more, but GUA just sticks, you know, more and more aggression. Fixes everything, which I like. I always like that in a player. I'm kind of partial to aggressive players myself. I like the more aggressive players as opposed to the boomers, you know. It's good to watch a boom game every once in a while, but I like that kind of hyper aggression. All right, would like to see maybe throw down some more houses around here, but I guess Leenock just doesn't have any wood. Here we go. Sipahi coming out here from GUA. They're gonna hunt this down. Yep, and that's the comp we're seeing, right? Kind of light cavalry and archers. That's how you stop. Malians. Kind of textbook way to stop this kind of Malians castle aggression. I'd like to see him just start spamming out Sipahi. Yeah, he's got some more here. He does have 2 stables out. I like it. Yeah, start burning down these houses. These houses have really low HP. It's just free value, right? Just burn down the houses, right? I think at this point in GUA, you know, he's not going to have any villagers sitting at the front of his base. Get value, just burn down infrastructure, right? Yeah, finish off this pit mine you didn't manage to kill earlier in the game. GUA attacking from multiple different angles here. Just throws down 1 Sipahi just to kind of force a reaction out of Leenock, right? I see a Wololo coming in. Wololo? Wololo? Nah, it's too late. Oh, we dropped the relic. Wait. Oh, no, he deposited it, right? I think he deposited it. I just didn't hear the deposit sound. GUA just keeping 1 Sipahi back here. I like it. I'm going to throw 2, just because if you put 1 back here, it'll be enough. Like, 1 Sipahi, like, the villagers can probably just kill it. Like, 2, you're probably going to bleed, like, you know, 2 or 3 villagers before you kill them. I like this. Just aggression, aggression, aggression. He's diving his army super deep, but I think GUA has such good game sense. He knows he's probably not overextending. And then Leenock making the correct counterplay to kind of cut off reinforcements. So Leenock's going to be very careful kind of balancing his army. At this point, if you're Leenock, what GUA is doing, he's kind of forcing Leenock in a position where he needs to split his army in 2. He's going to want to send some units up here to cut off reinforcements, but he's going to need enough units down here to trade cost effectively and kind of kill this aggression off. And I also love GUA burning down the house, just keep population locking Leenock, right? It just kind of clogs up everything for him. Makes you gotta harvest more wood, you gotta build more houses, right? Leenock's gonna decide on a counterattack. I'm not sure if it's gonna get a lot done though. These Musafari will melt to a town center. Whereas these Sipahi do a lot better, kind of tanking arrow fire from the town center so they can dive a little bit deeper here. I think GUA has Leenock on the back foot here, even though he's in feudal age. Yeah, I think GUA is being a lot more confident going out on these pocket ecos behind his base here. Whereas Leenock's kind of having to play more compact. He's kind of exhausting all these resources that are immediately around his base. I mean, he has access to stone. Yeah, you know, maybe kind of throw a bunch of villagers on the stone and throw down like a keep. Maybe kind of go aggressive behind that. Maybe that's the play for Leenock. We'll see. Being forced to rebuild some of these houses. I think you can fit in 1 more house in this pit mine right here. But yeah, GUA looks like he has Leenock pretty scrambled right now. I'm pretty impressed. GUA's kind of ability to wrap around and kind of force reactions out of opponents all over the map is really impressive. Yep, just keep burning down the houses. Like, just be relentless. Like, this is so annoying when people do this. Exploit this, right? You know, Malians, they just build crap all over the map, right? They just build houses just all over the place. Just kill it, you know? Get value, value, value. Get further and further ahead. I think that's the way to do it. Leenock's army's looking kind of paltry here. Good news is that he does have 3 relics. And I bet you he's going to get at least 4. GUA still doesn't. GUA's still not even thinking about going into Castle Age. I think GUA is thinking he might be able to beat him. It's just staying in feudal and just outmassing him. Seen some Sofa. Yeah, this is what he needs, right? I think this is where a lot of Malian players kind of get tripped up, is that they need to go into cavalry. And they don't want to because they have this Farimba, which, you know, they build. That's kind of their ace in the hole. It builds everything but cavalry, and he kind of gets stuck in this kind of mindset of, oh, I got to build infantry. I got to build infantry, right? I feel like same thing you see with HRE players wanting to build armored units. Oh, big Sipahi raid coming in. Oh boy, this is bad. Leenock, you need to respond to this, buddy. Oh my god. GUA has Leenock frazzled. Finally, he's going to react, but not before losing a boatload of villagers. Oh my god, Leenock's down to 22 villagers. I think we're getting pretty close to a GG here, guys. This is bad. GUA can basically do whatever he wants now. Does get another Vizier point coming in. Let's see what he's going to get. I'm not sure if he's gotten anything yet. He might have gotten one of the passive things. Yeah, oof. GUA has Leenock frazzled. What he needs is sofas and a lot of them. But even then, GUA can transition into spears pretty easily, so I don't know if it's going to help him a lot. I mean, Leenock's getting relics, but like, you know, relics only get you so far if all your villagers are dead. You can see GUA now has more than double the amount of villagers as Leenock. He's continuing to bleed more here and there. I think Leenock's thinking if I don't go on the aggressive and make something happen now, the game's lost. So GUA is kind of coming in with a really big counterattack. I don't know. I think... Ooh. I mean, GUA's army is definitely better, but it's just behind in tech, right? It's got a feudal age army against a castle age army. And he's bleeding. GUA is bleeding a lot of units over here. Leenock now has more army population than GUA here. I think for GUA now, it's just a matter of kind of holding on and kind of letting your eco outscale him. GUA, yeah, he wants to get to Castle Age. He kind of knows, like, the only thing that could kill me would be just kind of getting swarmed with too many units. Once I get to Castle Age and kind of get the upgrades for my units, the Castle Age upgrades for my Sipahi and archers, I should be okay. If I were GUA, yeah, I would jump on this. This is easy pickings right here. That's what GUA does. Oh, fall back. All right. Nice recuperation by Leenock, pulling his armies together in one coherent force. A lot of Musafati and Javelins, but not enough Sofa here. That's my one concern for Leenock. He needs a lot more Sofa. Ooh, Leenock taking a really bad fight in this choke point. Pro tip, if you have melee and your opponent has range, don't take fights in choke points. Sipahi and Spearmen are going to get on top of Leenock's main army here while the archers are firing away. Really nice micro. Leenock really needs to take out this mech there. It's giving a big buff to all of GUA's troops. Finally going to kill the mech there. GUA's just going to totally clean him up. Yeah, I think that's about it, folks. I think it's going to be really hard for Leenock to fight his way back into this game. Now, if Leenock managed to drop a keep behind that, I think it would have had something, but... Oh, really beautiful unit control here. Sipahi picking off these javelin throwers that are trying to get away. Love it. Now GUA. The one thing Leenock is doing is he's continuing to force GUA to reinvest in military so that he can't age up. Gonna kill some free Musafati kills back here as well. Now you're safe to age up if you're GUA. If you're GUA, you gotta age up right now. GUA's aggression might get the better of him. Gonna pick off this this shaman, or I forget what they're called for Malians. They're religious units. He's just continuing to raid. Okay, GUA I think is finally gonna get up to Castle Age here now. I think he knows he's safe to do so. I like this. Be careful to not overextend if I'm GUA. Does have his main army coming down here to reinforce. Sipahi down here. Dude, build a tower, man. Build a tower, Lena. Build some walls. You can wall this in pretty easy, honestly. But these guys, these aggressive players, they do not like building defenses. Do you see some stealth Musafati coming in, but they're going to get unstealth immediately because that ability sucks. That just seems to happen sometimes. I don't know. The stealth in this game seems a little wonky. They need to, like, do something to make it better. GUA, big attack coming in on the front, applying a lot of pressure. He can kill this. He can just A-move into this. I think he's playing it conservatively, though. He wants to keep his units alive because he knows he's going up to Castle now with the MIA. He was going to probably... Maybe want to stick to a trash unit comp. Just stick to the same unit comp, but they can get all the Castle Age upgrades in them. So, you know, Castle Age Archers, Castle Age Sipahi. I mean, if the feudal version will work against Leenock's comp, then the Castle Age version will just crush it, right? Leenock is getting a lot of value out of these 5 Musafari. He's idling a lot of eco. Here we go. Castle Age finally coming in for GUA. look at the villager count. GUA, no! There you go. All right. Well, you know, credit to Leenock. This dude does not quit. I think if he knew how many villagers he was down right now, I think he would leave. He's down, what, 35 villagers? You even have Janissary Company coming out? All right. Love it. Aggressive player. Oh, I can use a Vizier point to get units? Yeah, I'll do that. Screw the eco upgrades. I want units. I love it. You know, and I do think, look at them stealthy boys chasing them villagers. That would be terrifying. I think these are still feudal age Spahi. Yeah, they are. I would not want to be fighting these castle age Sofa. I do not think that's what you want to do. I think these Sofa are going to trade very cost effectively, even though there's only 3 of them. Yeah, I would run away if I were GUA from this. This is a bad fight for him to take. He's going to lose a lot of Sapahi. At least wait for the Castle Age upgrade to come in before you fight this. You could finish off 2 of these Sofa, actually. No, don't run away now! You did all that, and you're going to let all 3 of those Sofa survive. I mean, Sofa are pretty useless, let's be honest. They're going to take 1 hit from literally anything and die. Yeah, he has 2 health. Unless you want to make a monk and heal him. Might actually be worth it to make a monk and heal these Sofa. Okay, the game is kind of slowing down a little bit here. GUA massing up a lot of units and just parking him at the front of his base. Which I think is the right move, right? When you're this far ahead, I think GUA knows he's really far. Just play it conservatively, right? The GUA can do whatever he wants, I think. He can go for a second town center. He could... Oh, is he... I think he's about going to up to him. Look at this eco. This is a really unbalanced eco. He's got almost no gold. Get age up if you wanted to, or you just try and kill him. I think you should just try and kill him if you're GUA, because you're just so far ahead. Wants to wait for the siege to come in. This is the way to do it. Leenock's a very good player. If I was GUA and I was this far ahead, I'd probably be playing it pretty conservatively, too. Leenock doing a good job attacking these flanks, though. Musafari are going to find a whole bunch of villagers here. We're going to get some villager kills. Here we go. It doesn't matter, though. GUA's still so far ahead. These villies are going to run. Guys, build some walls, some towers. Build some defensive stuff here. Like, 1 tower with, like, you know, 1 reinforced tower shuts this down. You know what I mean? And that costs, what, like 200 resources? As opposed to losing villagers and the idle time, you're losing hundreds, you know, way more resources than that. Sapahi are going to run away. This Musafati raid. Dude, just build a wall. Build some walls. Yeah. GUA throwing in a bunch of military schools. Let's see who's got these set on. Sapahi. Yeah, why not, right? There's no point in building men-at-arms and crossbows that get countered, right? Just keep building trash units. They're cheap and they work, right? Even though it feels weird to get to Castle Age and just make nothing but trash units, it's what makes the most sense, right? Leenock's eco is just, ugh, it's so sad. It's so sad. Torching down a mill, it's not gonna help. Here we go. Some more Villy kills. I will say, Leenock is now down less than 30 villagers. He's down 35. He's very slowly clawing his way back in, but I don't think it matters because GUA is also passively producing units out of military schools, so he's never gonna. Leenock's never gonna catch up army-wise to GUA. Let's see, big fight. This might be the last fight of the game here. We'll see. Janissary is gonna unload on these Sofas. They're gonna get melted. I think we can just attack this if you're GUA. No, that's a lot of Musafati, though. I will say, that's a lot of Musafati. These things, like, remind me of Zerglings a little bit. Some harassment coming around the backside. gonna force a reaction opponent. It's always, you know, high level play, good play, right? It's easier to cause a reaction than it is to react to things. Sophie's gonna get on top of these Villies here. Yeah, G-Way's looking a little frazzled here. Leenock's kind of got him distracted on a lot of different fronts. Just push forward with this army and then make spears to kill the Sofa. Don't let Leenock back into this. He's only down to 21 villagers now. Remember, he's down now 20. He was down 35 at one point. You just don't slowly bleed until he catches his way back in. Okay, Knights, it's also a good response. Alright, G-Way's pushing in here. G-Way's going for the throat, whereas Leenock is continuing to harass, kill Villies. Oh man, this is bad. He's gonna kill a lot of villagers with this. Now I feel like G-Way has to kill him with this push now, or else Leenock's gonna claw his way back in as all the villager kills he's gonna get. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, down to 8 villagers ahead now. Leenock has very slowly crawled his way back into this. Now I feel like G-Way kind of has to kill him with this push. Or doesn't have to, but if the game resets after this push, it'll be an even game after G-Way is really far ahead. But I think he can do it. I don't think Leenock is enough to hold here. Oh my god. Leenock is going to be ahead of villagers here pretty soon. This is insane. Alright, now G-Way's Omega all in. Luckily, he does have these mangonels. If he didn't have these mangonels, I think Leenock might be able to hold this. Sprinkled is coming out, but I think the Knights are going to dive onto it before they can kill anything. Yeah. I do think G-Way is going to win this, but it's probably a little too close for comfort for him. Javelin throwers are unloading, but there just isn't enough. They do pretty decent damage against cavalry, which is supposed to be their counters. Sapai, you're trying to get on top of the Sprinkled, but they can just barely out of reach. Janissaries are unloading here. Really high DPS for Castle Age. Ooh, Leenock doing a beautiful job cutting off reinforcements. But the main army is still too much for him to deal with. I'm going to wrap these Sofra and try and kill that other Mangonel. And then you can start spamming archers. You may be able to kill this. Problem is I don't think Leenock has any upgrades for his archers. Yeah, I think G-Way's just doing a little too much damage to the base here. Oh, Sprinkled going to make one connection. Sprinkled is going to kill the Mango. All right, G-Way no longer has siege superiority. His army has been whittled down quite a bit. Killing a siege workshop, I think that's a good move. That means no more Sprinkled for Leenock, which means that G-Way's Mangonels are going to continue to be more effective if he does get reinforced with more Mangos. G-Way still does have the superior army here, and he has done a lot of damage. Mangonel may be a little out of position, but I don't think Leenock sees it. It's probably out of his vision range. G-Way just trying to do as much damage as he can, but the villager count is basically tied right now. Leenock is basically raided his way back into it economically. It's more the military front I'm a little worried for him here. I think a ram would make a world of difference here for GUA. Leenock is building a mosque. I'm not sure if that's the best use for his wood right now. I guess he wants to get that passive gold income back from the relics. Honestly, Leenock could raid his way back into this even more, I think, with these forward villagers on this wood line. GUA is killing a lot of infrastructure here. That's why I'm making sure a lot of houses, a lot of military production. That stuff can be really hard and annoying to replace. I think Leenock could be getting some more value out of these Musafati if he dive the villagers again. Mango. Mangos do more damage to buildings than rams. Keep that in mind. If I were GUA, I'd be telling this Mango to kill some buildings. All 3 landmarks are right here. GUA does have a lot of wood to build rams with. Oh, Leenock doing a beautiful job intercepting his Mangonels with Sofa. He's going to kill one. He's going to get a second as well. A lot of value out of these Sofas for Leenock. GUA's coming with the villagers. What's he doing? He's not dropping a keep. He doesn't have the stone to drop a keep. Oh, he's stealing food. I guess GUA's really concerned about food. Oh, but now GUA is going to idle a lot of Leenock's economy. Oh my god, this game is nuts. We have villagers harvesting, you know, the berries of the other player that's right inside of their base. Other villagers are running away. Now Leenock is back down to 35 villagers. UA's built himself up a decent villager lead once again. Leenock's base is kind of in tatters right now. These villagers are all going to die. I don't know where they think they're going. There's nowhere they're going to go that's going to help them. We have a Wololo coming down. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, wow. He almost had those guys. He almost had those Musafati. Musafati are going to trade effectively against these knights here, even though they are all going to get cleaned up. Now Leenock's back. Oh, man. I just think he needs a ram. Sipahi coming and raiding these villagers over on this gold. You know, Jiwei does a really good job splitting up his cavalry throughout the entire game, just being really annoying. He'd be so overwhelming to deal with that as a player. Is decapping all of Leenock's sacred sites, wants to stop that passive gold income. That's smart. If you ever have like spare units, it's always good to just send one over there to decap a sacred site. Don't let your opponent have a free 100 gold a minute. We have another quite big-ish army from GUA back in Leenock's base. I can't believe this game is still going. This is just non-stop action back and forth. Musafari going to get caught out of position. But now Sofa going to kill some of GUA's forward villagers on the deer here. But Leenock's down to 16 villagers. Oh, he's just not going to be able to produce units anymore. He can produce some more Sofa, but yeah, once again, things are just going to slow down. He's going to put up a keep, so what, 12 villagers will be able to successfully harvest gold over here. It's better than nothing, I suppose. But now there's crossbows mixed in with GUA's army, which will melt those Sofa. Sofa are going to back off. Maybe crossbows are the answer. Once the javelin count is down, I think crossbows actually are a pretty decent unit against Somalians. Just because they can kind of kite the Musafati, but they also kill Sofa as well very quickly. Ooh. These Sofa, I think, are going to all die here. And with that, Leenock down to 8 military and 18 villagers as opposed to 37 villagers and 40 military for GUA. That's rough to see. Night raid coming in here. Leenock does not have a whole lot of villagers to lose. Yeah, there you go. He responds to that very quickly. It's 12 of his 19 villagers are in that keep. That's, well, like 75% of his whole eco is in this keep right now. Well, credit to these guys. These guys are fighters. I'll give them that. Leenock does not give up, does he? I think at this point, Leenock knows that he's pretty far behind. But he's going to fight till the bitter end. And you know what? Sometimes I think this is how you get better, is you just keep fighting in games that you're losing and you just never give up. It makes you better at the game, I think. I mean, obviously, you don't want to get behind in the first place, but I do think it makes you better, too. Kind of continue to fight in games you're losing in. You learn a lot, I feel like, when you do that. And you never know. Sometimes your opponent can make a big mistake and let you back into it, right? Yeah. And it looks like GUA is very smartly going onto the sacred sites here. He could start a timer on that one. If he takes that one, start that victory condition. A lot of jabs coming out here for Leenock, but the knight count is also pretty high for GUA. I think you just A-move into this, honestly, if you're GUA. I don't think you need to be scared of this. Mangonel here, that's going to shut down the jabs. And I think the killing of the landmarks is going to begin. We'll see. This is going to force a response out of Leenock here. Oh, Cloak Musafati are going to kill a Mangonel. That's pretty cool. But there's another Mangonel on the way. That's a lot of knights. Damn. And in this many numbers, I think the knights will actually trade pretty cost effectively against the Musafati. I think Leenock knows that it's over. I've been saying it's over for a long time, and I was wrong. But now I think it's like over. Might kill a Mango, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah, what do you do here if you're Leenock? I just don't think you have the economy for it. That's a lot of knights. Knights are going to get us around on these jabs. You can look at the military count here, 12 to 44. Yeah, not enough Musafati to deal with these knights, and I don't think Leenock made a single Donzo this whole game. There we go. And we see a GG. Really good, fun, aggressive game. I like it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.